Is it working? Okay, hi guys, and welcome to the one, the only, the famous Pandemic 2. Alright, here we are, finally, the game that not necessarily started it all, but I mean, the most famous of them all. This is Pandemic 2. No, there is a tutorial guide, but it like gives you into another page and a guide as well. All right, it's good enough. But yeah, this is the real game. This is the real shit. The kids used to say it. You know, after Pandemic and Pandemic Extinction of a Man, this was the next game released by this guy. It was completely on like the next level, basically. It was, a lot more realistic, you could say. It was finally a real time compared to the previous one that were turn-based, and it was the thing that started the Madagascar meme, and you're gonna see why right here, because I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it on realistic. It's not much difference in between them. I have read on the internet a tactic in order to so you have virus, bacteria, and parasites. So you can also like choose like different disease classes. That was also a new thing, apart from like difficulty. And we'll go for virus, and we'll go for the usual good old-fashioned Eugenius, and start on with it. So yeah, this is the game, and this, as I said, you will see why the famous Madagascar meme is over here, because it is absolutely a bitch, and I don't think it is physically possible to win the game normally without being like extremely lucky. Now, as I said, there is an actual strategy to win this, but it's extremely long, so I'm gonna go over it like later. If this is your first time playing, please watch the tutorial. I don't need no fucking tutorial. So I have DNA points, it's real time, you can see the things going around. We started in Mexico. We have all this information, and we have a lot more compared to previous ones. We have like services, airports, shipyard, hospitals, borders, transit, schools, infected, healthy, dead, and alive. Also like government affairs, whether they implemented anything, and afflictions. Was also a new thing, like hurricanes and earthquakes and floods and riots that would make different changes. This is where you see the cure and all sorts of information about the world, and this is the actual disease panel. Way better than before. We start with durable, we start with a random trait, and that is heat resistance, and we are a virus, which means that we evolve faster, but we are more vulnerable to the environment. So we also apparently start with a symptom. We're gonna sell it for now, and what we'll try to do is to get some resistances to get us going for now. We are out of points for now, but we can speed things up very fast. We'll go for maximum speed. We can get moisture number 2, and this allows the waterborne transmissions to become accessible, basically. There's also rodents and insects that we can get. I don't think we'll dabble with that right now. We are spreading very lovely. So yeah, with waterborne and moisture number 2, we are now going to be able to spread into the water facilities, which will significantly increase the rate at which we are spreading. Let's grab more resistances. If you grab all the way to drug resistance number 4, you will be safe from the cure, but the problem is that countries will shut down their borders, and once Madagascar, Mexico already starts. So we have there we go. Let me just pause for a second. Did I pause? I think it's paused. So we have a virus that has absolutely no symptom at all. It has spread to a few countries, Canada, United States, quite rapidly, to be totally fair and honest. But already government in Mexico are shutting down like public transit, so you can understand why it's acting fast. So we'll unpause for now. Government of Mexico handing out bottled water. Disease arrives in Argentina, Brazil, United States handing out masks. Now this is all fair so far, but yeah, there you go. Mexico closes airports, United States. South Africa closes down shipyards, although they're not even remotely affected. More countries shutting down ports and shipyards. This spotted in Russia and in China. Mexico declares martial law. Once again, our disease doesn't have any single symptom. We do have the famous trait apparently. That's rather funny, but yeah, this is what I'm saying. Rise in Western Europe, Middle East, Greenland shuts down shipyards. So Greenland was also relatively hard to infect, but there you go. Madagascar shut down shipyards. So that's it. You can no longer win the game basically, because there is no way. They are now researching a vaccine, but they're gonna take a long time to complete, and we can easily prevent that with like drug resistance. Just go drug resistance number 4, and then that's it. They can no longer research for a cure. If we look over here, so yeah, you can no longer win the game basically. No matter how well you've done, no matter how many countries you've infected, it's all over. So I might as well just start grabbing the symptoms. So you're gonna go like, you know, fever, can unlock the next tier. It gives us like a bunch of random symptoms. Usually they are relatively bad. Can grab pulmonary edema, it's pretty good. Number 3, we can grab I guess kidney failure or hemorrhaging. We will need a little bit more points, but it really doesn't matter at this point. Approximate date to completion is 441, so you know the cure will not be completed anytime soon, but it really doesn't matter. And it's also fun to see the few shipyard. Oh, there you go, they got into Canada eventually. The few ships that remain that are not allowed to enter in any port, and they end up like going randomly across the Atlantic. It used to happen. It did pretty badly, to be fair. Quite a lot of countries have escaped, even though, you know, as I said, it's one of like I think it's among the best tactics that you can use. Basically, I was incognito until you know, we started being detected and we couldn't do anything about it. Now it's technically realistic if you think about it, like you know, you have once you see like some sort of weird thing that is in everybody's bodies all over the place that wasn't before, you might start putting up some questions, you know, and try to you know, check things out. But you know, it's still, while it is okay from a realism standpoint, it is pretty fucking hard to win the game, you know, from a gameplay standpoint. So no, we can basically keep on going like this. I don't know, I think it costs points to like devolve the things, sell them. It costs to sell them, so you cannot sell them and buy some more symptoms. So we are basically left in this slow slog of killing whoever we have managed to infect, and then just seeing the you lose screen at the end because oh well, we just lost. Have some random events, you know, widespread flooding, widespread droughts happening all over the place, and shortly but surely the few countries that are, you know, infected, they will die. Like Mexico is almost everyone infected. United States, there is everyone infected, and now they're just dying off. Same goes for, you know, Canada and whatever. Oh, by the way, note, the game was made in like 2008, I guess. Was it made in 2008? I cannot remember. Yeah, it was in 2008. So, you know, the calendar is based on 2008, you know, not like Plague Inc., which like constantly updates its calendar, so it appears like the disease is always like going together with you. The diarrhea could be good for you know, being a little bit more lethal. At this point, I'm just trying to basically kill everyone off and like finish things off, but you kind of got the idea. So there's no point in continuing. There's no way you can win. There's no like random events like there are in Plague Inc. or anything like that that allows you to randomly spread to other countries, you know. So we might as well go for new game. Now I think the only way I know to beat it, not exactly sure, I'm gonna go with relax, and it's to go with parasite. And I'm not going to bother with disease name this time, but basically you have to like devolve like all symptoms. Catching transmissions via air are enabled. That's very good, and we also have heat resistance. So we are more durable, and we are a parasite, which makes us extremely less noticeable. So what we have to do is to just spread slowly, grab a few resistances here and there, and just wait. And like the natural advantage of being like invisible of the parasite will allow us to spread all over the world basically before anyone notices us. It's also interesting to note how the numbers are going up and down, you know, at the beginning, because the disease is relatively weak and people are getting like cured in the hospitals, you know. So we go up, then it goes down, it goes a little bit up. Eventually it will start going just up, but you know, it's interesting to see. So we're gonna grab this and then this. Not sure about drug. I don't remember the strategy exactly. That's the problem. You know, I do remember that it was something along these lines. Just devolve everything, grab just you know, a few resistances and maybe a few transmissions, and just wait until you spread all over the world and hope that you don't get detected basically, and you know, accumulate points. So we're gonna do just that. It might work on realistic as well. I just wanted to try on relax just to show you the difficulty, but also you know, go a little bit faster through it, because I think on realistic you'll have, it's basically the same idea, but you'd have to wait a lot longer. So we got into like China, we got into like Middle East, we also got to like Western Europe, Cuba, but still, yeah, there you go, they are already shutting down. Even though, once again, we don't have anything at all to give us away, you know, they're just shutting down borders and everything. There you go, shuts down hospitals, shut down airports, disease spotted, disease arise, declares martial law, and Madagascar have shut down their shipyard. So we kind of lost once again. I think they're researching a vaccine, but that really doesn't matter. I think we might have gotten to everywhere except for Madagascar, which is kind of a bummer. There's also New Zealand that escaped. It was something very similar to this one, but I just can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want to just search over on the internet, so, you know, not gonna do it. Let's grab drug resistances, unlock the higher tier things, and we're gonna grow with like fucking heart failure and stuff, and just murderize everyone with our brutal symptoms. Come on, a few more points. Just give me a few more points. I just want to murder at this point. I'm fucking sick of this. There you go, 25. That's enough for heart failure. It's very good. There's also like necrosis. Heart failure should get them pretty rough though. Like just dying over and over. The cure is going pretty fast, unexpectedly. But yeah, even Peru got away. That's kind of... See, there are a few countries here and there that are kind of annoying to get to. Like there is Greenland, there is Peru because it only has land borders in this game, and there is Madagascar and a little bit New Zealand and Japan. But yeah, Madagascar, the problem is that it only has shipyards, and they're fucking paranoid. Like as soon as there is any news about the disease, they just shut down and it's all over. You cannot do anything about it. Oh, also, a good thing to note about the cure is that it's not always effective, you know. The cure has like 3 chances to do something, you know. There is a chance that it will succeed and make everyone that is healthy immune. There's a chance that it will fail and then they'll start researching again, but by that point everyone is pretty much dead, so it won't matter. And there's also a chance, that was very funny when I first played it, there is a chance that the cure actually mutates your virus, so, or parasite or whatever, that it becomes immune to any other further cures, basically. So yeah, that's basically the idea of it, and that was relatively funny. It was you know, something of a chance, so it wasn't like a reliable strategy, but it was something different from Plague Inc., you know, just to give you some examples. But yeah, that's about it. This has been the series. There's not really much else for me to do, just to wait until everyone infected is just dead. And I don't know, it seems that it takes a long time, even on like maximum speed, and we lost once again. But as I said, you can search on the internet. The strategy to win on Pandemic 2 has to be with something with Parasite, and I think you also have to be a little bit lucky. I'm not 100% sure. You need to buy some very specific transmissions / resistances, and you know, hope you're lucky. Or you could also start in Madagascar, and that's a good way to start. Although, as you can see, you can still lose even if that happens, you know, even if you are like the luckiest man in the world and roll like 1 out of 20 and start in Madagascar. I can tell you from personal experience that I played this game like maybe 100 times or more, and I've never started in Madagascar, so it is very, very ridiculous. And as I said, the ships over here that have no open port, so they're left aimlessly wandering the Atlantic until the crew just basically starves to death. It's kind of hilarious, but yeah. So yeah, that's it. That was the last game in the series. There's not really much more that I can do about it. So yeah, there's also like Pandemic 2.5, but as I said, that was only released for, it's not even all the phones. It's only been released for iOS, and I don't have an iPhone, so I'm not going to be able to play it. I have seen it played a little bit, and it is better than Pandemic 2, all things considered. And also, funny enough, on that game, the difficulty, it had 3 difficulty levels, and the last difficulty level was called Madagascar. You know, the game developer making a joke on his own game, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, if you have an iPhone, you can try and search for Pandemic 2.5 and try it out. But all that being said, hope you guys enjoyed watching. Make sure to leave a like if you want to see more. This has been the entire Pandemic series. This was the thing that launched the craze of a virus spreading into the world, and later on Plague Inc. would come up, you know, will grab the idea and just develop it in this massive game that would just become, you know, the ultimate thing, basically. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.